In this video, you will learn constraints on relationship types of DBMS. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video link with your friends, gain the knowledge and rule the world. Constraints on relationship types. First, what is meant by relationship? When an attribute of one entity will be referring to an attribute of another entity. When an attribute of one entity will be referring to another entity type, then a relationship exists, and that one we called as a relationship. And in that relationship, it will be having the entities belonging to those entities which participate in a relationship. Now, when an entities participate in a relationship, they will be usually having a certain constraints, and that constraints will be limiting the possible combination of entities that can participate in a relationship set. Relationship types usually have a certain constraints, and that will be limiting the number of entities that may participate in the corresponding relationship set, and these constraints are determined from the mini world situation that the relationship exists. This one depends upon how in reality the relationship will be existing. Based upon that, we are going to define the constraints in an DBMS. For example, if a company has a rule that each employee must work for exactly one department, then we would like to describe this constraint in the schema. If a company has a rule that each employee must work for exactly one department, then this is a constraint and this has to be described in the schema. We can distinguish two main types of constraints. One is cardinality ratio, another one is participation constraints. One is cardinality ratio constraints, another one is participation constraints. These are the two types of constraints of relationships in DBMS. Cardinality ratios for binary relationships. The cardinality ratio for a binary relationship specifies the maximum number of relationship instances that an entity can participate in. The maximum number of relationships instances that an entity can participate in. As you know, the binary relationship is nothing but a relationship exists between two entities. That means it will be of an degree 2. The entities which will be participating in a relationship will be 2. That is called as a binary relationships. So the cardinality ratio for a binary relationship will be specifying maximum number of relationship instances that an entity can participate in. That means how many number of entity should be related to another entity. How many number of entity should be related to how many number of entity in a relationship instance. For example, in the works for binary relationship type, department to employee is of an cardinality ratio 1:n. Works for is a relationship and it is of an type binary relationship type, and here department is related to an employee in the cardinality ratio of 1:n. That means each department can be related to any number of employees. Each department can be related to any number of employees. That means a department can have n number of employees, but an employee can be related to only one department. That means what? An employee can be working for only one department. The employee cannot work for more than one department. The cardinality ratio 1:n for department is to employee specifies one department can have n number of employees. That means an employee should work for only one department A department may consist of n number of employees. The other kinds of possible cardinality ratios for a binary relationship types are 1:1, 1:n, n:1 and m:n. And this one we have seen is an 1:n. The total kinds of possible cardinality ratios for a binary relationship types are 1:1, 1:n, n:1, m:n. 1:1, 1:n, n:1 and m:n. An example for 1:1 binary relationship is managers, which relates a department entity to an employee entity who manages the department. In the mini world, this constraint represents an employee can manage only one department and the department has only one manager. So department will be having one manager and that one manager will be an employee, and there can be only one employee who works as a manager. So the cardinality ratio is 1:1 from department to employee. The cardinality ratio is 1:1. One department entity is related to one employee entity as the relationship managers. This is a binary relationship, a cardinality ratio of 1:1. The relationship type works on is of cardinality ratio m:n. The relationship type works on is of cardinality ratio m:n. This is also a binary relationship because the mini world rule is that an employee can work on several projects and a project can have several employees. That means one employee can work on n number of projects and one project can have n number of employees. For that purpose, the works on is a relationship type and its cardinality ratio is m:n. The cardinality ratios for an binary relationships are displayed on an ER diagram by displaying 1, m, n on the dimensions. So when we relate one entity with another entity in a relationship, we'll be using a diamond shape. Besides the diamond shape, we'll be writing 1, m, n. If you write 1, that means the cardinality ratio is 1. If you write m, the cardinality ratio is m. If you write n, the cardinality ratio is n. Which is n, which is m and which is n, which entity has to be considered as m, as n and as 1 depends upon the mini world rule. For example, in case of an works for, there is a binary relationship between employee and department. We'll be writing at the side of an department entity 1, at the side of an employee entity as n. That means in one department n number of employees can work. In this way, it will be displayed in an ER diagrams by writing 1 or m or n on the dimensions. On the dimensions in the sense besides the dimensions will be writing, and which is used for the purpose of representing and relationship. The next kind of constraint is participation constraints and existence dependency. The participation constraint specifies whether the existence of entity depends on its being related to another entity via the relationship type. The participation constraint specifies whether the existence of an entity depends on its being related to another entity via the relationship type. Based upon this one, we have two types of participation constraints. One is a total participation, another one is a partial participation. The participation constraint will be specifying the existence of an entity depending on being related to another entity by a relationship type. It means to form a relationship between the entity, how the entities will be involved. On that basis, on that basis whether it is a total or a partial, two types of constraints. If a company policy states that every employee must work for a department, then an employee entity can exist if it participates in and works for relationship instance. That means we need to write the details of an employee if and only if the employee is working for a department, because in the employee entity we will be writing the information regarding the department for which the employee is working by mentioning department number. That means an employee will exist if and only if they participate in a relationship works for, because the company policy states that every employee must work for a department. Thus, this kind of participation of an employee in the works for is called as a total participation. That means an employee entity will always be present if and only if they are related to a department entity via a relationship works for. This kind of participation is called as a total participation. In mini world, every entity in the total set of an employee entities must be related to department entity via works for. That means what? Every entity which we are going to write in an employee as a total set will be related to a department entity via an relation works for. The total participation is also called as an existency dependency. Total participation is also called as an existency dependency. If entity exists if and only if it participates in a relationship with another entity, such a kind of participation is called as an total participation. Total participation is also called as an existence dependency. One such example is works for relationship. In works for relationship, an employee entity depends upon the department. That means an employee will have a total participation with the department entity in the relationship works for. In a company, we do not accept every employee to manage a department. So, the participation of employee in the relationship managers type is partial, meaning that some or part of the set of employee entities are related to the department entity via managers, but not necessarily all. That means what? Here there will be n number of employees. Among those n number of employees, some of the employees will be a manager to a department, or a few of an employees will be the manager of a department. It is also considered as a part of the set of employee entities. Employee entity is in one set. Among that set, we will be having just a part. So part of the set of an employee entities are related to a department entity via a relationship managers. This kind of relationship is the participation relationship, and that is a participation constraint is partial. In a company, we do not accept every employee to manage a department. So the participation of an employee in the manager's relationship type is partial. And this kind of constraint is called as an partial constraint. Partial constraint, partial participation. We consider the cardinality ratio and participation constraints taken together as structural constraints of a relationship type. We will be considering the cardinality ratio and the participation constraints taken together as structural constraints of a relationship type. In an AR diagram, total participation is displayed as a double line connecting to the participating entity type to the relationship, and relationship is indicated by diamond shape, and the entities will be represented by a rectangle, when relating an entity to an relationship, that is when connecting an entity to an relationship, that is an rectangle to an diamond shape, we will be using a double line that indicates total participation. If it is a single line, that indicates it is an partial participation. And as I told, the coordinate ratios will be represented in a ER diagram by using 1, N and M beside the diamond. So in this video I have explained regarding participation constraints, existency dependency and cardinality ratio. Cardinality ratio and participation constraints together as considered as an structural constraints. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, gain the knowledge and rule the world.